One of the best ways to connect to friends or get the latest news updates on everything under the sun is through social media. You wake up early, fumble blindly for your smartphone, glance at your notifications, and begin the familiar morning routine. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and perhaps Musical.ly. And before brushing your teeth, Americans can check their smartphones more than 150 times and spend over 5 hours using them every day. There is, however, a downside to this, as people can get addicted to it with unpleasant results. We listed 5 craziest stories of social media addictions. Number 5. Social media addiction. A self-confessed mobile phone addict who is always on her device has refused to stop using it, despite having a dent in her fingers from swiping the screen so often. Amy Toole of Manchester checks her iPhone more than 225 times a day and says a fear of missing out sees her constantly checking her Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter pages, as well as emails, texts, calls, and Snapchats. The single 26-year-old also says men have a challenge to keep her entertained during a date, as if she finds them boring, she'll be swiping her phone screen instead of amusing herself. Amy's mother accused her of being surgically attached to the phone, and Amy says it's always in her hand rather than being in her bag. Her friends have also found it difficult to socialize with Amy because she is always checking social media while they are out. Number 4. WhatsAppitis. WhatsApp has been in the headlines lately due to the impending sale to Facebook to the tune of $19 billion. Unknown to most people, however, is the fact that a woman who used the WhatsApp messaging service so much during the Christmas break had to be hospitalized for severe pain in her wrists. She had no history of trauma and had not engaged in any excessive physical activity in the previous days. However, on Christmas Day 2013, she spent an approximate 6 hours holding a weighty mobile phone while sending vast quantities of messages. The doctor diagnosed the condition as a bilateral extension pollicis longus tendinitis of the thumb, or simply WhatsAppitis. Number 3. Facebook addiction disorder, FAD. A Taiwanese female tourist visiting Australia has put a new spin on taking a long walk off a short pier. She was so intent on checking Facebook that she simply plunged straight into chilly waters of Port Phillip Bay. Fortunately for her, there were witnesses who quickly alerted the police. Not only was this particular tourist completely unaware of her surroundings, she also reportedly couldn't swim. She was quickly rescued and taken to local hospital. The most surprising part, she didn't lose her phone. Even though she couldn't swim and the water temperature was around freezing, she clung tightly to her precious mobile device during the whole ordeal. Number 2. Twitter addiction. Larry Carlett used to be a happy man having a wife and being an editor of the famous men's magazine. This changed once he got addicted to Twitter. He described his tweeting habit as an every hour, on the hour, day and night. When given the choice between deleting his Twitter account or losing his job, he chose to keep Twitter. A month later, he lost his wife after tweeting, "I would have taken a bullet for my wife, but now I'd rather be the one pulling the trigger." Number 1. Selficide. Most of us take selfies, then forget about it. A self-addicted British teen tried to kill himself because he didn't like any of the photos he had taken. Danny Bowman, 19, spent up to 10 hours every day taking up to 200 photos of himself on his iPhone. He then nearly overdosed on pills, but his mother intervened and kept him alive. Bowman's case is extreme. Yes, but psychiatrists are starting to consider selfie addictions as a serious mental health issue. If you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button and click this YouTube bell next to the subscribe button to get notification of most amazing videos from Top List.